Mám tam asi 20 minút. Tam. Si myslím, uvidíme. OK. OK. Oh shit. Čo dám tak na hlas v slúchatkách? Aha. Musím si zase vypočítať dlhú správu, že? Ja som si vôbec nevypočul tieto. Shit. Communication block.
I finished reading the documents Matthew Banks had left for his replacement, who never came. Matthew apparently needed to join the lighthouse maintenance team to gain access to the Rorqual cell. To achieve this, he was forced to make a deal. The sect could help him get hired quickly, but in exchange, Matthew would have to pass on the information obtained once there. He didn't know why the cult was interested in all this, but he needed them, so he agreed in order to continue his investigation. Matthew knew that the Rorqual cell used a specific radio frequency to communicate with the outside. Just before his departure, he discovered that the cell could no longer connect to this very frequency. The radio worked well, but the signal of this wave was scrambled, which prevented transmissions. It looked like sabotage, but who was behind it all? A member of the lighthouse team? Another spy? Only one thing was clear to him. If someone had wanted to disturb the signal, he would have gone through the big antenna of St. Exel. I have already spotted it in the past. It is on the quays towards the beach. I just have to go there.
Toto áno. This is it. Čakaj.
While I was crossing the church to reach the altar, I noticed light coming from an inaccessible room located just below. It's probably a kind of forbidden crypt, but then why would there be light inside? Considering the police are looking for cult members, this would be a perfect place for them to regroup in total secrecy. There's a procedure to follow to unlock the crypt's access, but it's going to be complicated. The door lock is linked to a mechanism inside the memorial cross. If I place 4 commemorative plates, the cross will unlock the door automatically. Well, supposedly, at least. Right now, only one of the 4 plates is inserted on this cross, the one honoring the Duc de Bliard. The others are scattered in various places in St. Exel. I have to go to the church to learn a little more about the other plates. They seem to be commemorating specific families whose tombs are inside the church itself.
To nie podstatne.
My investigation is turning into a treasure hunt. How great.
Great.
Last note. Based on the documents, the key that unlocks most of the doors in the church is hidden at the heart of the cross, and I can already access it.
My som počúval tieto kazety, tak to má všetko naservírované. Do riti. OK.
The documents I found at the top of the bell tower are incredible. It's clear now that the whole cult thing is based on the observations of a very talented ornithologist. This person knew a lot about nature and how to monitor changes happening throughout the region. He made precise observations regarding birds' behavior, and apparently the tide changed its rhythm. It became unregular and seems to get further and further from its synchronicity with the moon.
Good, Jim.
He also mentioned the fountain's water. Apparently it comes from a very deep source under the ground. He believes the water touches these blue rocks that are responsible for what's happening here. His theory is that something made these rocks resurface because of a mining process happening under the sea. He installed something to stop the water in case it was dangerous for the population, but the snow probably broke it, and that's why it's back. I also found different maps regarding the sea depth at large of St. Exel. He was particularly interested by 3 wide cavities. I took the maps with me, but they are drawn on transparent material.
Jo, musím ísť do
I will need the
tohoto.
projector in the basement to display them. Based on his observations, I believe he predicted the location of the water columns? Feels like he knew already that these columns would be there. Or maybe it's just the fact that the birds were attracted by that very spot early on. He had everything under his eyes. But the cult took everything and put it to bad use. And what for? Sending a message to a divinity with the lighthouse equipment? Maybe I could use that equipment too and send a signal to finally know what's hidden down there. If I use the encrypted tape the spy left to spot where the submarine has been in the ornithologist maps region, maybe I can pinpoint a location where to send the signal to? I need to check these tapes and see what I can find.
OK. Myslím si. Má hudba Shardony. To som si pozeral. Toto neviem.
Infiltrating the cell in the heart of the lighthouse made me realize that the French government is very concerned about the development of the situation here in St. Exel. The development of the sect, as well as the growing anomalies observed in the population and nature, are monitored in a sustained manner. They came to realize that if they do not act, this situation will eventually draw the attention of the entire country to St. Exel. I had, in my hands, documents detailing an operation called White Medusa, the purpose of which was to methodically isolate and capture everybody in the village. Do they think that the people here are all sick or contaminated with something? Or do they mean to sweep this affair under the rug? They seem to foresee 2 possible scenarios for carrying out Operation White Medusa. As if by coincidence, there are incidentally 2 events which attract almost all the population in the same place. The village festival, which takes place during a whole weekend, or a fair organized by the village school. I was able to reconstruct on the map the assaults considered in each of these possible scenarios. A large number of troops will be deployed, and they can easily prevent anyone from escaping by blocking the main accesses and roads. They will proceed using heavy trucks and toxic gas to control and direct the crowd toward them. The inhabitants of St. Exel have a Damocles sword over their head, but they don't know of its existence, nor when it will fall.
Dobre. Mám nový quest. Dešifruj vzkaz láhvy. Dešifruj kazetu s různými súradnicami. A kde je tá kazeta? Som myslel, že som si všetky pozrel. Co to?
Honey, it's me. I did something stupid. Again. I dropped the key to the restaurant in the gutter in front of the post office.
Jo, je tam
and
now.
I can't get it back. I know you have a lot of work with the ending exhibition, but as soon as it's over, can you open to Artisan with the double? I don't understand why so many people are attracted by a stupid secretary that unlocks with the help of light. Our superb cooking skills should be enough for them. In any case, before they start their work, don't forget to store our most important items in this secretary. We'll just have to remember to put them away before reopening the exhibition. And most importantly, don't forget to put inside what the Doro gave us to access their garden. Sorry to be your super mega burden. Love ya.
OK, toto není úplne to, čo potrebujem. Toto som si púšťal. Aj toto som si púšťal.
It all started 6 years ago. At the time, I was still a student and I spent the little free time I had at the bar
Sme
with my
počúvať
group of friends.
kazety hodinu.
In fact, we always went to the same one. We were happy there. What we particularly liked were the concerts organized by the small amateur groups that came by from time to time. Nothing very extraordinary in itself, but the atmosphere they created was magical and went wonderfully with our little evenings based on the cheapest beers we could find. After all, we were still students. And then, there was this group. They had been coming for several days, and their music kind of hypnotized me. The type of rock that you don't forget, and that I haven't forgotten. I must admit that the guitarist had something to do with it. His name was Pierre. There were always these moments after the concerts when the members of the group hung out a bit at the bar, but I didn't dare approach him, and I think he didn't either. The more it went, the more our eyes met, sought each other. I felt that something was happening. One evening, when the effects of the alcohol were strong, I no longer
Klasika.
hesitated. I went to see him. From an outside perspective, it was probably embarrassing. At least I would have been. But that didn't seem to bother him. We talked for hours. But it seemed like it was over.
It's missing some points. I should continue decrypting the tapes.
In an instant. I could see he was shy. And when we left the bar, I grabbed his arm and kissed him. We shouldn't have parted on a misunderstanding. I love this story. Our story. But that doesn't explain why we chose St. Exel to fully live our lives together, does it? At that time, Pierre and I were in our last year of college. We had already been able to take full advantage of the city and its agitation, and even if the years we spent there were fantastic, we really needed a change of scenery. A return to a calmer setting. Yeah, that's what we needed. And it was when we were watching a report on a seaside region that we had to click. The landscapes were simply sublime. I always remembered what Pierre said to me at that time.
Let's listen to what the Rorqual cell recorded at the coordinates found by the
Jesus
ornithologist.
Christ.
I'm sure it's just a big fish.
Čo tam mám zadať? Stopy nejaké? Čo tam je zapísané? Brány Hradskové. Hradskové. To budú asi čajky. Pravidla puzzle tabulky, no to ovládam. To nie. Mezi nábřežím a bílým panstvím vede stezka. Signál. Co je to blub? Detekovaný oceán v roce 77. Zjištěno mnohokrát. Nič. Oddání. Aurora. Maják. Rurka, toto je. Zdroj zvuku ponorka. Svět jednotky. Aha. Sleduji něco na dně oceánu. No, to rytí. Bílá medúza. No dobré, ale čo má robiť? To sú pesničky. Ani jednu z týchto kaziet som nepočúval. Toto.
I can't take this dream anymore. I wake up in this dusty tunnel-shaped cave. It is essentially made up of some kind of light-absorbing rocks, like the ones the insides of a planet would create. I go through this hallway and come across the ghosts that haunt me. But this time they don't try to catch me. There are also military and scientific equipment. I can't tell if they are studying or planning to attack something. A sheet of heavy smoke waits for me at the end, and it's too thick to see behind, and I'm attracted like a moth is to light. The closer I get to the exit, the more I hear ringing, until I realize it's my alarm, and I wake up like nothing happened. And at the same exact hour as usual, 8 a.m. If somebody finds this journal, gone nuts apparently. Do what you want with that information or shove it somewhere warm. Did I ever tell you about the sea column? It's the only thing I like about this hell. If you could see them, you would love them too. These are huge columns of water that start from the sea and rise slowly towards the sky, to infinity. They exude a feeling of quiet strength, serene power. They carry with them rocks which gravitate alongside them throughout their ascent. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel almost calm looking at them. Still, I don't think we should be fooled by their placid appearance. Inside, thunder and flashes rage silently, reminding us that they are inhabited by a formidable energy. Moreover, they also emit strange and deaf noises, like an animal cry or a complaint. Anyway, I'm not the only one to be fascinated by this show. Birds and seagulls are attracted to these columns and flock to their base by the
Že sa to
hundreds.
nedá zrýchliť.
They fly around for hours, as if waiting for something. I'm always afraid they'll get caught, but the columns are gentle giants. One thing is certain. I will continue to admire them from the cliff.
To tak zbytočná kazeta.
This is very weird. This is very weird, Pierre. I found some ultra-bright and colorful sphere in this village. When I approach it, I start feeling like I'm
Jo,
being
to je tá, to sú
transported
tie
to a
bonusové
totally
levely, no.
surreal world, a blinding world, rather calm, in which the water can go up the waterfalls, like these columns of water. Have you seen them too? Compared to the daily grind, it's a rather pleasant world to sink in. It feels quite cold, though. In this dreamlike environment, I walk through Greek and Roman vestige, just like those we saw on our trips before moving to the coast. I have the feeling of being constantly exposed to things that we experienced in the past. It allows me to cling into many memories of our arrival in St. Exil, and all the events that took place before I was left alone here. Strangely, I have the feeling that time no longer passes when I find myself in this alternate world. Am I imagining this? Am I starting to daydream? Am I totally crazy, Pierre?
Beer. No dobre, toto nebudú podľa mňa záznamy v restaurácii. Spomínky. Špión.
If you're listening to this, you are probably the person sent by the office to continue my investigation.
To som počul.
Well, at least I hope. My name is Matthew Banks, and I started this work about a year ago. As stated in my previous reports, I infiltrated the lighthouse
Okay,
last month.
to je hovno. Čo s týmto? Či sa to zapína? Turn it on. Rozpoznávať. Equalizer. Aha, si môžem kazety nedávať. Tuto. Jo.
A fisherman? Not really interesting.
Je te laisse sur le port aujourd'hui, c'était vraiment le meilleur des idées. Tu portes la poisse, mon pote. J'ai attrapé un accro de 8 kilos. Je reviens pas. Dès que je rentre, on le met sur le barbecue. Roger, tu vas pas avoir tes yeux. Je te laisse au port aujourd'hui, c'était vraiment la meilleure des idées. Tu portes la poisse, mon pote. J'ai attrapé un accro de 8 kilos. Je reviens pas. Dès que je rentre, on le met sur le barbecue. Roger, tu dois pas avoir tes yeux. Je te laisse au port aujourd'hui, c'est vraiment la meilleure des idées. Tu portes la poisse, mon pote. J'ai attrapé un accro de 8 kilos. Je reviens pas. Dès que je rentre, on le met sur le barbecue. Roger, tu dois pas avoir tes yeux. Je te laisse au port aujourd'hui, c'est vraiment la meilleure des idées. Tu portes la poisse, mon pote. J'ai attrapé un accro de 8 kilos. Je reviens pas. Dès que je rentre, on le met sur le barbecue.
Okej. To tak hovno. Či vymením kazetu? A takto. To som tam už mal? Neviem, no. To je príjemný zvuk. Musím, jak to funguje, tento prístroj.
Gotcha. One location down.
Yes. OK. Môžeme vymeniť kazetu? som tam už mala, ktorú nie do riti. Ideme sprava. Tam túto.
Dolphins. But that doesn't help me much.
Nič. Let's try this one.
Joules -1 day. Getting closer to the residual reflection located above the layer of the whales, the deepest point of the perimeter. Awaiting confirmation before diving below 350 meters. Transmission 823, 75th day in immersion. The laser is finally operational. Following the repairs. We sent the first pulse burst at 85 joules.
Found you, damn submarine.
We are getting closer to the residual reflection located above the layer of the whales.
That's
the
it.
deepest point of the perimeter. Awaiting confirmation.
Si myslím, že to je všetko, nie? Šifru kazetu. Shit. Možno, už to je? Uvidíme.
It's missing some points. I should continue decrypting the tapes.
Okay.
Transmission 823, 7050.
Nič. Túto.
Awaiting your orders.
Transmission 1043.
82nd day. We are still waiting for the return of the analysis probe after the loss of signal 3 days ago now. The non-military personnel in the building seems agitated.
Okay, so you were there too.
Back below the threshold value, but a dive below the 400-meter mark still does not seem recommended. At our level, we confirm that the residual image has changed coordinates. The ghost ship will soon be within range. Awaiting your orders. Transmission 1043, 82nd day. We are still waiting for the return of the analysis probe after the loss of signal 3 days ago now.
Tak, to som tuším už mal.
un plein. Dès que je rentre, on le met sur le barbecue. Roger, tu vas pas voir tes yeux. Te laisser au port aujourd'hui, c'est vraiment la meilleure des idées. Tu portes la poisse, mon pote. J'ai attrapé un accro de 8 kilos. J'en reviens pas. Dès que je rentre, on le met sur le barbecue.
Dobrý pain. Nope. Nič to nie na tejto kazete. Posledná. Keď tu to nebude nič, tak neviem, čo mám robiť.
Three coordinates validated.
Huh.
That should help me pinpoint the location.
Hell yeah.
Let's use these maps on the projector now.
OK. Takže sa tam zbytočne
I
grindil
have
tie.
all the points now. Let's try to make one of these maps fit.
Haha. 47, 48. Další snímek, předchozí snímek. Pohyb snímku myškou. Aha. Damn. A kam ich mám akože dať? 3 krížiky. Nejaké inštrukcie k tomu by sa mi hodili. Sú nejaké otázniky. Áno, to ešte obrátený ten pohľad. Pekne debilné. 48.
That's it. The first coordinate is when they approached the area and detected something with their instruments. Then they circled around the ghost ship and sent out a probe which never returned.
Bola
The
náhoda
last
toto.
recording was when they decided to go deeper. And something went very wrong. Poor bastards. Let's send a signal over there and see what's under the sea. To the lighthouse.
To the lighthouse. Použij systém ako vyslanie signálu. Let's go. To máš zapísané? Keď dojdem k majáku, nebudeš to mať poznačené. Shit. Že si to odfotím, neverím tej hre. Takže, cvak. To. To the lighthouse. Ako sa najrýchlejšie dostane k lighthouse? To keby som vedel. Ne. Shit. Tejto sa idem majaku. Cesta k majaku, let's go, koľko je? Čas je pohodičke. Nejaké divné zvuky. Jo, myslím, že to je tady to. Počkaj, ja som nebol. Mám ešte divné mince. Nemám. Takže som nenašiel všetky. Shit. Nevadí. Nevadí. Mám ešte jednu páku, možno sa bude hodiť. Sekeru nemám. Dúfam, že ju potrebovať nebudem. Takže tú jednu som nechal niekde v prdeli. Tak to som teda zvedavý. Čo sa rozuzlí v majáku. Sejmnem to tu ešte. Keby náhodou nejaký finálny boss fight tam bol, alebo čo.
That situation sits better with me.
Health plný, výborne. No, let's go, no.
So, I have to send a signal to something? To someplace unknown? Doesn't sound too scientific, Miss. Let's hope I don't end up like a submarine.
Počkaj, hore alebo dole? No, vypadá to, že len dole. Dole boli tie rády, ja už viem.
Am I just doing the same shit the cult did?
Tady je to. Už si spomínam. No, tuto na konci. Taká temná hudba to začala hrať. Asi tu niekoho stretne, mám taký dojem. Že niekto ma to prekvapí. Computer. Mical Systems, toto je ono? Presenter. Enter je left click. Turbíny fungujú bezchybne. Dunes Quitter. OK. To není ono. Toto? Toto. Vnútorná obnova rádiové signálu. Áno, ne. Áno. Oui. Cílové súradnice. Ložiť súradnice? Oui.
Come on.
Optický interferometer.
Moment of truth.
Jo, chyba. Oh.
What?
Message in a bottle? What? Shit. We broke it. Čo sú za erory? Niečo je rozbité. Musím to opraviť. Holy shit.
No. What have I done?
Musím rýchlo odísť. Vybuchne to. To niečo chrčí. Ten hlas. Sněh zase.
12:42. It's the exact time of the attack. Did I fix it?
I don't know. Rýchlo dole. Vôbec neviem, čo sa deje. Kto klope?
They are all back? Pierre!
Pierre? Kde si? Som sa do minulosti vrátil? What?
As my sky was torn forever, I realized life would never be the same again.
Sviluzačte.
And I couldn't bear this alone anymore.
Story unfolds. No, rozumel si tomuto príbehu? Ja nie.
Pierre! You probably don't get my messages, but they don't give me much time to call, and they most likely screen my calls. I need to explain. Please, pick up! Pierre? Pierre, are you there? Look, I don't know if you'll get this message. I have to explain to you.
Alebo sa s ním rozišla a zbláznila sa.
It probably just felt like an hour, but I was locked up for several weeks completely alone. I still have a hard time understanding. I still have a hard time believing it. I think that the time stopped. I managed to trace it back to the cult of devotees that we laughed at together. They managed to send a message to a creature hiding under the sea. I believe it was this message that triggered him to break time.
2019
Maybe it
2022.
wanted to protect itself. I don't know. I'm not sure what it was doing there. It must have something to do with that blue crystal you gave me. It looks like it has the property of modifying time.
Time travel,
And because
okay.
I had it on me, that's why I wasn't frozen like you.
Huh.
They don't want to answer my questions. I think that thing was mining the crystals at the bottom of the sea. Don't ask me how, but I managed to send a second message. Maybe it surprised the creature who decided to run away? This is what you all saw in the sky that day. I hope you believe me. I hope nothing happened to you.
To je cool. Unreal Engine. Top of the morning. Nedá sa to skipnúť. Shit. Come on. Nechápem. Nechápem, ako môže existovať hra s nepreskočiteľnými titulkami v dnešnej dobe. Je tam erory. Elsewhere, thanks for playing. Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5 ľudí. OK, ale niektoré tie puzzly boli... Neprišiel by si na to bez návodu proste. Väčšina toho kontentu v tej hre bola dobrá. Dobré nápady, dobré myšlienky, mechaniky súboja boli otrasné, to by som úplne vyhodil. Že tam majú tento možnosť, že proste nehrať to s kombatom. Ale ten príbeh bol taký dosť zvláštny. Príbeh bol zvláštny, no. Takže... Neviem, no. Ešte tu mám nachystanú jednu hru, by sme mohli dneska začať. Nejaká ruská asi. Absolov End of Gods. End of Gods. Ideme na to. Meníme to. Title. End of Absolov. End of Gods. Máme ale hodinu. Čakaj si.